channel, Button and Pip. Now today I'm going to be talking all about what I've been getting up to in May, and it's been a really exciting May because it's been Me Made May. So I set myself a challenge. My pledge was to wear handmade every day and to have no repeats, and I did it. There was days where I was looking at some of my outfits going, I'm not sure about this one today, but it's got me to get some of those really old, one of those first makes that I used to always wear, I haven't worn for a long time, made me get them out of my wardrobe and put them back on. So it's been really nice to do that. What I'm wearing today is my trusty Kielo. I don't know how old this is now. I think it might be about a year old, in denim, and my lovely Freya top that I still haven't decided on the arms whether they're too long or too short, but I'm just wearing it now. It's perfect. So yeah, it's been really exciting, mate. And something really exciting happened this morning. Now, it wasn't the best start to the morning. 7 AM, the tickets for the sewing weekender were released, and I haven't slept at all last night. I was actually dreaming about the tickets. And then 7 o'clock, I had my iPad and I had my phone logged in on the page, and I just kept refreshing and it just wasn't reloading, and I was just getting really stressed. My husband, bless him, has gone to work and I didn't even say goodbye to him. I was just like, ah! And then all of a sudden it popped up, so I quickly pressed it and there was 4 tickets left, and I managed to get one, and I was over the moon, and I just really loved it last year. I met so many lovely people, and I am so lucky and so super excited that I got a ticket this year. So I'll be doing a whole vlog about that as well, and about the goodie bag that we get. Right, shall we get on to what I've actually been making? Now, looking at the pile, it's been a really busy month, and I don't know actually how I fitted it all in. It just kind of snowballed. I made one thing, maybe onto the next one, onto the next one. So it's been really nice. I've had loads of sewing time. So the first thing that I've made is this pattern for my daughter. Again, I've made this the second one now of the New Look 6569 pattern, and I spoke about this fabric from Coles in Nottingham on my last vlog. I think it's 2 vlogs ago, so if you want to have a look about that, go back. But it's this gorgeous, and it's a really lovely quality jersey that's got pelicans, rainbows, hearts, ferns. It's absolutely adorable jersey, and I picked up 2 meters, and I've made the exact same dress, same version, with the flounce. That keeps rolling up. I might need to just tuck that under, maybe stitch it, but it's got a flounce with a gathered skirt, and I did the same adjustments that I did on the other one this time. I took in the bodice. Now, even though I measured the elastic against her other one and also on her, it came up way too, well, just absolutely massive. It was like coming down here on her. So what I'd already sewn the skirt on and also put the bodice in, so there was no way of taking it out and redoing the elastic. So I've just chopped it, and the elastic's still sitting in there, but you can't tell, and I've done a little bow instead. But it's a happy mix. No, not a happy mix, a happy fix. So really pleased with that, and she's worn it already. And I think these dresses are going to be perfect for the summer, if we get a summer. So yeah, really, really happy with that. Also, I just want to talk about this one, because I've been making quite a few of these for both of my daughters and also for me really, are these headbands. Now, they are perfect for using up scraps, and I followed the tutorial from the Stitch Sisters, their vlog tutorial. So there's one here with a knot, and there's also a tie bow, and they are perfect. Do you know what? I don't even measure out the fabric when I make these. I just kind of chop it, do it, measure, and then off I go. So they're not exactly neat, like they're a little bit scrappy, but they're just perfect. And they've become a bit of an obsession of my daughters. They've went to school and all their friends have been requested them. So I've just been using up all my scraps really good. So I've been making loads of those. Now, my next 2 makes that I'm going to talk about are for the Minerva Crafts blog. Now, one of them isn't going to be on until the middle of June, but this one was released, this blog post, so I thought I'll quickly chat about this. Now, it's this geometric double gauze, And what I made it into is a true bias Ogden cami dress. Now I first made an Ogden cami dress last year and it was perfect, especially when I went on holiday and when it's really hot and sticky. I just sort of whacked it on, belt, done. Now the reason why I chose to do it with this fabric was I've never used double gauze before, and it's a funny type of material and it's slightly see-through. I don't know if you can really see it on there. So it's slightly see-through, not so see-through that you kind of have to wear a slip underneath. And when I washed it, it shrunk a little, but it was still okay. But I don't think I could make a full structured dress out of it. And it just really is actually quite perfect for this. So all I've done is I did the normal Ogden cami and then just measured from where I know it ends down to where I want it to be, which is just above the knee. And I just continued the line all the way down. So it's a bit of an A-line skirt and just chopped it off. Now, I'll probably wear it without a belt if I was around the pool. But it looks really nice actually with a belt and sort of pulled out over the top. So that was a really nice make and I'm really looking forward to wearing that this summer. Now this one is due to come up this month. And it is, I finally got round to making a Tilly and the Buttons Seren dress. Now I lusted over the versions that I saw of these. There was so many beautiful versions last summer. And the summer had kind of finished by the time I thought about getting the pattern. So I think Tilly and the Buttons had a sale on one time and I got the PDF. And I've been meaning to make it. And I love it. Absolutely love it. Now I've made it with the flounce and it's this crepe and it has a slight amount of stretching, which is actually really good. It doesn't actually talk about having any stretch on the pattern, but because it's quite tight-waisted tight at the waist, it's really nice to have that tiny little bit of stretch to help move. And it's just gorgeous. Now I know it's not summer colours, but these are the colours that have kind of been pulling me recently, I don't know what it is. It's sort of muted burgundies, pinks and lilacs I've really been loving recently. So they've kind of been featuring and subconsciously I've been buying them. So that's going to be coming up real soon on the Minerva Crafts blog. And I've actually seen this hacked into a top. Who was it that did that? Holly. I'll put a link below to her Instagram feed, but she's made so many beautiful sewing dresses and it's kind of what really made me fall in love with them. So yeah, go and check that pattern out if you want a lovely summer dress. Now, the next one, I spoke about this fabric quite a while ago and it's this gorgeous glittery, you see the glitter on their leopard print jersey. Now I know this comes in 3 different colours and this is sort of the grey and it's called the slate colour with the gold glitter, and I picked this up from Pin and Sew and it's been sitting in my stash and I only had a metre and I didn't want to make another Agnes top. I've got a bit too many Agnes tops at the moment. And I wanted more of a casual, looser fitting top, but I didn't want a Frankie. So I remembered actually what pattern I had, which is the Sew Over It Molly top from the ebook, The City Break. Now I've got, how many I've got? I've got one that's long sleeve and I've got one that I completely mucked up on the neckband, which I wear as pyjamas. And what I've done this time is I've actually taken the bottom of the sleeve off. So let me hold it up for you. And it's a setting sleeve, so it just goes straight round. And this is where it would normally have a second piece that goes down, but I just stopped the pattern there. And I absolutely love the sort of relaxed, loose fitting nature of this pattern. And I don't know why it's kind of sat in my pattern for so long and I've not really done anything with it. So I think it might be something that I make a few more out of. But yeah, I wore that in Me May May as soon as I made it. So that was make on happy. Okay, now I am super excited about this next one. Now, the named pattern company, the Kielo wrap dress, is a funny kind of pattern and it's a pattern that's been around for quite a bit. See, all of these, I have to sort of take my time to look at patterns and make sure that I really like them. And this one, I've just, every time it pops up on my Instagram feed, I'm always like, oh, that's lovely, that's lovely. And I never knew if it was going to fit me, sort of suit me. But yes, I went with the Kielo wrap dress, and I didn't do the long version. I actually cropped it off, and I'll talk about that in a moment. And I picked up some of this, just plain, which is unusual for me. Normally I am pattern, pattern, pattern. But I picked up some of this plain, lovely jersey from John Lewis. And what I actually wanted when I looked at this, because it's so unusual, I thought I don't want the wrap to compete with any pattern. I just want to go simple. And I'm thinking of wearing this a lot with my Converse and my denim jacket, even though the only time I've worn this so far is with my suit jacket for work. It works in both ways. So it's a funny one actually to show now, because it's got, look how wide it is. I don't know if that's even fitting on, how wide it is at the widest parts. And it's a funny kind of shape because it's got the darts, instead of going up from here, they kind of go down from quite high up. So it's a funny kind of construction. But as soon as I put it on and I wrapped it, I'll see if I've still got the video of me wrapping it. Oh, I loved it. And what's really good with this pattern is if you've been out for dinner and enjoyed your food like I do, you can just undo it. Just let it out a little and it's perfect still to go. Now, to crop it, I was a little bit worried because people were advising me that I need to go and look at the reviews of how to do it. But I had it all set up on the living room floor, ready to cut out, and I just went for it. So what I did, again like with the Ogden cami dress, I measured from, it was from the waist actually, down to my knee and took that measurement. And I basically just chopped the pattern. And I think on a blog somewhere I read that you kind of need to take it out, take it in and sort of taper it so that it gives a form fitting. But do you know what? I don't think you need to do that. I just measured it and just cut it. And I managed to actually get this out of 2 meters of fabric because it's really wide, it actually is quite fabric hungry. So that's a tip. If you haven't got much fabric, just go for it. Just probably some people, if they look at it and go, I don't mind, it fits me perfectly. Now also it talks about having bias binding over around here and around the neck armhole. What I actually did was I made a very thin neckband, just like I do on all of my jersey tops. I just fitted it that way, and around the arms I've just folded it in. So nothing fancy here. And do you know what, when I'm wearing it you wouldn't even know that I haven't used bias binding. It's fine. And I've used a straight stitch on each of these, and I know you shouldn't really use it on jersey because it doesn't stretch, but these aren't points that you really want it to stretch, so it's perfect doing it that way. And I'm just gonna love that. Absolutely love that. And I do wonder what I might do if I had some pattern fabric, but I just love it. Nice and grey, like I said, with a denim jacket and my white Converse. I'm really, really pleased with that. Now, the next one, oh, I was really excited about this. So my local shop, Sew Your Own Wardrobe in Ashby, have asked me to do another blog post for them, which I'm really flattered with. And they've got the most amazing selection of patterns all on this one wall. Just so many different companies. And I think this summer it's going to be all about the jumpsuit. And like my last video, the Sirocco jumpsuit, I'm loving jumpsuits. So I asked if I could make the Papercut Sierra jumpsuit, but I didn't want to make the full jumpsuit. I actually made it into the play suit version, so the crop shorts. And it is a skilled, it says a skilled pattern, and I think they're New Zealand. Yeah, they are New Zealand. I've never made a paper cut pattern before, but look at the box. Look how cute the box is. So it's got that there, and then the picture, and then it's actually this lovely thick sort of almost like parcel paper, and all the instructions are printed on there as well. So that's a little bit fiddly. I had to kind of, you can make that into a booklet, but what I did is I just lay it on my floor and kind of used it that way. So that was, now I went with the small, and I kind of fitted between the small and medium, but by the look of it, I know it's quite sort of loose. And I thought, do you know what, I'm going to be all right with the small, because, well, I'll talk about how it fitted, because that kind of leads into the story. So, it doesn't really look like much when I'm holding it up now, because you've actually got this tie here, really big chunky tie. Now the bodice is all fully lined, and the shorts are just lovely. Now, I can see why it's a skilled pattern, because there is quite a lot of fiddly places, and you can't actually fit this as you go, because the last seam that is done is the outside seam. So there's no way of trying it on to make sure the fit's okay. But nevertheless, as soon as I got to the last part, I kind of pinned the sides down, and I found, like I'd read on other blogs, I didn't need the side zip at all. Okay, so it has a wrap. I'll put some pictures up, and that is plenty of room, and I was perfectly fine to get this part over my hip, so I didn't use the zip at all. Now I think if I'd maybe gone down a size, would I have had to put the zip in? Yes, but then my size wouldn't have measured up, so with the pattern measurements. So it's a little bit of a gamble to take, but yeah, the small fitted me perfectly. Now this is a lovely soft cotton twill, viscose twill, and Emma in the shop helped me choose this fabric. She said that she'd chosen it, it came in that week, and she was super excited. She wanted to take some actually for herself to make, and it is like these black abstract strokes with these lovely green and yellow sort of brush strokes, and I love it. I love it. And do you know what? It kind of looks very classy, that you can kind of get away with it wearing it out for dinner somewhere with some lovely heels and some nice chunky jewellery. So I'm really pleased with that. And the back actually has a beautiful feature, the V-neck. So yeah, I absolutely love that. And if you want to see more photos of that and also read my blog post, it's over on the Sew Your Own Wardrobe blog page. So yeah, hasn't it been another busy month? It's just been mad actually. So yeah, I don't know what June's going to hold. Actually, one thing I am doing in June, like I spoke before, is going to be the little sort of challenge that I'm doing with Becky from Notes from the Sewing Room, and it is called the hack off. So we're going to hack the marigold jumpsuit in some way, and I've got mine cut out, but I'm not going to talk anything about it right now, because what we're going to do is we're going to come together, film a vlog together, and that will be the first time that each of us sees our hacks, our jumpsuits. So yeah, that's going to be really exciting, and I'm going to film vlogs, sort of my journey along how I make that. So yeah, that's something to look forward to. Yeah, I hope you've had a lovely May, and May has been wonderful to find out some new people to follow on Instagram. It's been really inspiring actually, and it's been really lovely to see some patterns that I'm looking forward to making this summer, sort of seeing them in people's wardrobes, what people have chosen fabric wise to make with them. So it's really got me excited. So yeah, June's going to be another fun month as well. So yeah, thank you ever so much for watching. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe and like this video, and thank you ever so much for watching. Bye bye.